In this episode, we're going to talk about the Linux kernel. Before we get into the Linux kernel, you should understand really what a kernel is. A kernel is that low-level interface between the computer hardware and you as the user. It's that layer of translation that actually takes the instructions that you are giving the computer and translating them into the ones and zeros, which are instructions that the computer hardware can understand. So a kernel is that interface between you as the user and the computer hardware. The Linux kernel is exactly that, except it's a fundamental part of Linux. It's really the first thing about Linux that was created, the kernel itself. It has millions of lines of code and still being currently established by the open source community. It's under the GNU General Public License, meaning public access is available for the code. If you want to actually download or tweak or redistribute the Linux kernel as your own, you have the ability to do so. It was initially developed by Linus Torvald in 1991. You can think of that as the birthplace of Linux as we know it. But now, thousands of developers from companies like Facebook and Google and Yahoo actually contribute to the Linux kernel as we know it now. So really, to answer your question, the Linux kernel is that fundamental part of Linux that every single Linux distribution is going to have, whether you're working on a Red Hat-based Linux operating system, or even if you have the mobile Android operating system, rest assured you are using that fundamental piece, which is that common Linux kernel that all these distributions across all the different platforms have to have. I hope you've learned something this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.